Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a speed build, and I know it's been a while since I've done one. I do enjoy building, and I always want to do more speed builds, but I'm a slow builder, and then I end up with like super long footage, and it's just overwhelming to edit. And so I'll put it off, and then by the time I rediscover the files on my hard drive, I'm like, I don't want to do this now. I don't even remember anything of this, so I just delete the files and they never come. And so I do want to do more. It's just not being overwhelmed with them. So I'm doing a tiny family home, and this is actually from Miss Griffey's Squish Tours, however it's said. And I tried to use the new configurative stairs to make an L shape. It did not work. I don't know if those work so well in tiny homes, but I couldn't make it work. So I just did regular staircases. Plus, the first floor and the third floor are both diagonal. Diagonal? You understand the word I'm trying to say there. Just excuse my list. But that made it very difficult to place stairs and just place anything in general. I don't advise building with that. It makes it way harder. A little bit more of a challenge, which, I mean, if you want a challenge, go for it, but it is very difficult. And you'll see me struggle with placing the kitchen because of it. Also, finding columns that looked right. That was another struggle. And I'm sorry, again, as I might have said in my last speed build, I'm not good with voiceovers. But I want to talk about the build a little bit. So this wallpaper from Strangerville, I want to say it's from. It's either Strangerville or Get Famous. It's one of those two packs. It works very well for shipment container homes. Because it kind of like, yeah. And so when I came to the kitchen, you're going to see me struggle with this kitchen for a good while. For some reason, I thought I wanted to try and get cabinets in that like diagonal wall area right there. It didn't work out. I ended up moving the kitchen to the back and putting a living room in the front there. So it was just very difficult figuring out the kitchen. But once I figured it out, I like how it turned out. I like how the living room turned out. I just like how the whole place turned out. I'm very pleased with my build. Until I go on YouTube and I watch other people build, and I'm like, whew, why do I try? But I have gotten much better at building by watching other people build. So if you are watching this and you're thinking, oh, I wish I could build, you probably can. Just give yourself more practice and, take inspiration from other builds. Like, I'm not saying copy somebody's build, obviously. But, watch people build on YouTube. Pay attention to what they're doing, and you will get better at it. Like, if they have, like, how to build videos, or, like, Little Simpsy's Builder Bible or whatever it's called. That's good information. James Turner has a how to build. Deli has one. And all of those people are good to watch if you want to get better at building. They all have different build styles and techniques too. So watch them and you'll get better. Another good builder is Adeline Sims. Miss Griffey, obviously, I'm doing this challenge for her. There's so many. SimLessy, I will link down below all my favorite sim builders, because watching them, I have gotten better at building. And a lot of my builds are not on here. Like I said, I want to do speed builds, but then it always turns out into so much footage that I just get overwhelmed and I delete it all. But I will link to the ones that I like to watch, and you can always go on the gallery My origin name is CrownedLily, just like my YouTube name. And you can go on there and you can look at my builds. I have a lot more on the gallery than I have on my YouTube channel. Because I do like to build. Although I usually do need a reference picture. I didn't with this because it's just stacking the same rectangular box over and over again. So, but I did look up some reference pictures of shipment container homes, just like to get a general idea. Plus, if you like tiny homes, another YouTube video I suggest is what's the name of it? Living large in a tiny home. I'll link that down below too. I love that channel. I love watching these tiny homes. I mean, I'm fascinated with tiny homes. I love watching the channel, but I myself would no. I will never live in a tiny home. I just moved from a apartment that was like about 500 square feet, very small. I didn't even have a kitchen. I had a kitchenette. Like the kitchen I built in this is actually slightly bigger than what I had because I added a island counter to put a laptop on. I didn't have that. I just had a stove, a corner countertop, a sink, and the fridge. That's all I had in that apartment. And it was like tucked into a little hallway area from the living room with the bathroom off of it to the bedroom. Very tiny apartment. It was like just bigger than a studio. So yeah, I can't do it. My new apartment is much bigger, 1,000 square feet, so like twice the size of my old apartment. And I actually have a decent size. It's still a small kitchen, but compared to a kitchenette, I'm loving it. So the whole downstairs floor turns out very greenish blue minty colored, which I don't hate. It does throw some not so very mint generation vibes at me, but it is what it is. It just how I didn't plan it that way. It just turned out that way. And then figuring out this bathroom was also pretty difficult because the family I have in mind, they have a toddler. So at first I threw in a shower and I was like, okay, this bathroom's done. We're good to go. And then I was like, wait a moment. We have a toddler. They need a bathtub. So I had to come in and redo it, which you'll see me do in a moment. I put this shelf underneath the toilet so I can put, not the toilet, the sink, so I could put the toothbrushes and the hand soap on there. Or it could be lotion. You'll see me put in a tub first, and then I was like, the baths take so long. I want like a combination, so I put in a combo, and then I moved on. I was gonna put a like a little office at the top of the stairs, and then I was like, but I put the laptop in the kitchen, so I ended up just making it like a little play area for the kids. And I wanted to make sure that the parents had a double bed, because I think that double beds for couple Sims is like, I mean, you gotta have a double bed for a couple. And I didn't want to place it against a wall because for some reason my Sims, I don't know if maybe they changed it in update for the game or whatnot, but like it used to be that like one Sim would scoot over and then the other one could get in the bed, but I haven't had that done in like the longest time. So I wanted a double bed that they could both get into. That was very important for me. And I made this build just wide enough for that. Maybe, because then there's one square on each side of the bed, so it's perfectly wide enough for a double bed. And then the kids, they all share a room. Not all four of the kids share a room, but the two girls, the twins, they share a room, and then the two boys, a child and a toddler, they share a room. And this room came out very orangey. This is not the first orange bedroom I've made. I just kind of have this thing for making orange bedrooms, like orangey yellow tone bedrooms, like a sunrise. I don't know. It's just a thing. And every now and then you will see a Sim pop up. I did player test this build. it does work. Everything is work. Did I remember to put a trash can in the kitchen? I think I did. I'm pretty sure that I did, but I can't remember. And I only built this a couple days ago. So I did try and clutter it up a bit, but I'm not a huge fan of clutter. Clutter makes me feel kind of icky, so I don't like clutter. So I don't clutter my builds as much. So if like you ever see any of my builds and you're like, oh, it's not really cluttered. No, I don't like clutter. Okay, I have OCD. No, clutter's bad. So here I am making the playroom. Trying to find a rug to fit in that spot was a pain, but in the end I went with this rug. I threw some lights in the windows because, fairy lights, children. It just seemed to go well. This whole floor ends up orangey. It's like each floor almost has like a color scheme, save for like the top floor because it's split between the boys' room and the girls' room. Oh, and here I decided that I didn't like having like a little, half-gabled roof. And so I decided to do like a flat roof. Though, in all actuality, that would be bad for snow, but we'll just say it doesn't. Well, I mean, I think I built in Oasis Springs. No, Willow Creek. I get those two worlds mixed up. I mean, I know which one is which, but when I'm trying to say the name of it, I get it confused. So it does snow there, but we'll just say, just throw it down in Oasis Springs. They don't really get snow there, so you don't have to worry about ice dams or any of that. So in this room, it actually worked out to put that little like wall cut in off some of the room, make it a little smaller, but it worked out better for the layout. Also, because this level and the first level are on diagonals, it was so hard to get the windows to look right. Like, I wanted to do it the same on the floors below, but you can't because the windows don't place right on the diagonal. So it didn't look the same. And that was, like I said, I have OCD, so if something doesn't look exact, it irks me. So this room ended up being like very blue and very orangey. I tend to like put down an item and then I get all the colors from that one item. So that's how I usually choose my color schemes. These balconies were quite small, but I wanted to place stuff on them, like skill building stuff and whatnot. And it just turned out difficult to do them. But in the end, I think they came out looking cute. And then the girls' bedroom, the teen girls' bedroom, teen twin girls, turned out to be very pink and white and gray. Like I said, I choose a color. I put down an item. In this case, it was that bed. And then the whole color scheme just kind of stems from there. So I made sure I got a desk in each bedroom because I think desks are good for homework and stuff, but I guess the twins are just going to have to share a desk. So, and when I made them, because I made the family for this home, but I forgot to hit record, so there's no cast on them. And I made them all free of custom content, though when I uploaded them to the gallery, they were marked with custom content, even though I didn't use any on them. Probably have some kind of default. I might just remove my custom content, download the family without my custom content folder in my game, download them, and then re-upload them so they're not marked with custom content. Because they're supposed to be custom content free, but they're still marked as having custom content, and that is really annoying. By the way, landscaping of this house, it took me a while because nothing I did I liked, and I don't like the landscaping still, but I went with it. I just threw it down and called it a day because I couldn't not landscape. I don't really know how to landscape though, so it is what it is. So I just threw down bushes and flowers, slapped some lights in there, and called it a day. And we should be on to screenshots any minute now. So I'm going to end this here, put in some music, and I will see you guys all next time.
Thought about this too much. What's there left to say? Throw your stones the river. Like me, it drifts away. I would watch you stare. I would watch you stare. Oh, but there's no one there. We can figure this out. Put your feet down. And know there was a time when we never let